So yeah,
Yeah,
Artemis has a PB of 2:30:11, and Claire's PB is, I believe it's a 2:33:02. So
I think so,
about
yes.
about 3 minutes apart. So it should make for a pretty cool race.
Yeah. Something to note is that Claire is not using a timer, so that's not a mistake. So the classic start to an any percent Luigi run is the bunnies.
Now,
They're
yes.
going to want to shoot star bits at the bunnies. Try
Yeah,
and
so
stun them
they collected
catch them.
star bits while going up to the like where the bunnies are, so they can shoot them like such. And then they just stun, like they
different.
jump a little bit, and then you're able to catch them once they stop for a period. Alright, both runners getting the second bunnies. They've gotten all bunnies quite cleanly here. And so there's one more for both of them. Claire... Ooh. Alright, so Artemis got the third bunny. Claire had to guide it into the stretch plants and get it there. So not losing too much time there.
Yeah, pretty good bunnies from both players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll see Claire is going to be using some different tricks because she's using a second controller, second player.
Yeah, and what the second controller does is it'll allow you to get higher jumps if... Do you know how that works, Timba? I think it has something to do with, like, pressing the A button on both of them, like, simultaneously, or something like that to get the higher jump.
Yeah, you have to be doing a homing ground pound, as far as I know, and then press A on the two-player, on the second controller to get that extra height boost.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so they've both talked to Rosalina, so they'll be flying to a series of planets where they will be rescuing a Grand Star. Alright, so while they're doing this, you'll see that their text is... both their texts are Japanese, and reason for that is the Japanese text, there's both less text and it scrolls faster. So over the course of an any percent route, these players are going to be saving about 50 seconds over if they had used English text. Alright, so both players here are, when they enter the pipe, they're going to be attempting a Luma skip, where they will be skipping the dialogue that takes place between Luigi and the Luma. So right as they land from the pipe, they're going to do a jump. Let's see if Artemis gets it. She does, and Claire also does. Well done by both players. That's about a 4-frame window there in order to get the jump. Otherwise, you'll lose about 10 seconds to the text from the Luma.
Oh,
Claire taking a little damage there, yeah. And they'll also be doing a smaller tech skip with that Luma by the series of flip switches.
So Artemis pulling out on top after the first level, but not by much.
Yeah, Artemis coming out with a 4:15 or so, and Claire, the timer froze for me, so I couldn't see her time for Gateway.
Yeah.
But she's maybe only a few seconds behind, so... Very good gateways from both of them, especially in a race setting. Gateway is very reset heavy because of the bunnies at the very beginning, and they were fortunate enough to get all 3.
So should we quickly go over the difference between Mario and Luigi?
Sure, you can go ahead.
People are wondering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go for it.
So if you play as Mario, you have to watch a cutscene among a small amount of gameplay, which takes 4.5 minutes. So that's at the very start of the run.
Yeah, with Mario, you start in the Mushroom Kingdom, and then Bowser attacks, and then you get the whole scene where they take the castle away, and the Magic Koopa attacks Mario.
Yeah. And Luigi moves faster, jumps higher and longer, but is more slippery, so it's a bit harder to control. But overall is faster. And there are some tricks that are either a lot easier as Luigi or only able to be done with Luigi.
Yeah, and we'll talk about those as they come up. And Artemis seems to be having internet troubles.
Sorry about that. In the meantime, I will switch the audio to Claire.
Yeah. Alright, so basically Rosalina talked about the Comet Observatory and how it's lost power. Bowser took all the power stars, discovered the power to go across the universe, and he's creating his big empire there to take over the universe. And so begins the hunt for power stars. Claire just entering Good Egg 1, pretty straightforward star. So yeah, we'll just focus on Claire for a little bit while Artemis's internet is catching up.
Yeah.
Claire taking advantage of 2P there to stop the boulders. And also collecting a lot more star bits in the process.
Very helpful when you're doing a 120 star run.
Definitely.
Because otherwise you need to grind a lot of star bits.
Alright, couple gravity skips there to travel from each planet. Very quickly getting to the launch star, leading to the first boss, which is Dino Piranha. Very straightforward fight. It's basically all the Dino Piranha fight is just spinning into Dino Piranha's tail, and the tail hits him in the head.
Looks like Artemis' stream is back, so they're very close together.
Yeah, Artemis just slightly ahead, maybe a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Both players doing quite well so far.
Sub 9. Or 9.
Yeah, Artemis was sub 9, Claire was right around 9. Alright, so what follows here is a very quick tutorial on throwing star bits, which also happened to be the Luma's favorite snack. And according to the storybook, they taste like honey. So, fun fact there.
Did not know that. So just in case we need to shoot starbits at a hungry Luma, hint hint.
Hint hint.
We'll be going to Good Egg 2 and doing just that.
Alright, so their goal here is to collect 100 star bits as fast as they can and get to the Hungry Luma so they can move forward. We'll see how they do there. Claire's going to have no trouble at all with her 2 key abilities. Artemis having a little trouble with the question block. Alright, Claire doing a Luma bounce to get to the launch star without having to use the pole stars. Artemis also successful. And Claire looking to be in very good shape to have 100.
So
Artemis also looking fine. Yeah?
Do you want to quickly explain how the Luma bounce works?
Yeah, so what they did there is they did a backflip within the vicinity of the Luma bounce, and they did a homing ground pound. And what a homing ground pound is, you spin and then press Z, so then Luigi will do like a little fancy spinning animation before homing onto an object that's nearby and underneath them. So depending on the angle you are, in this case behind the Luma, they're going to go down towards the Luma and then bounce off towards the launch star. So they're actually able to reach it that way. So that saves a bit of time over having to talk to the blue Luma, who will spawn pole stars to get you to the launch star as Nintendo intended you to. Anyway, both players have fed the Hungry Luma and are moving forward. We'll see if Claire catches this platform cycle here. Claire's gonna have to wait, unfortunately. Not too long, though. And also, Claire does appear to have taken the lead for now. Artemis made the cycle.
So is it just your movement on that capsule-shaped planet that affects whether you get that cycle, or is it beforehand?
I believe it's also the movement on the planet before, from my experience. So basically, from the time that you feed the Hungry Luma to that point onward, the cycle is active.
Okay.
Alrighty, would you like to talk about the infamous honey hive?
I'll have a go. So the players are going to be not doing the intended way to this star at all. They're going to be climbing up a tree using slope jump mechanic. They're going to be jumping from one tree to another to get to the tree that the toad is and get the star that way without having to use the bee suit and save the queen bee. Danny, do you want to explain slope jumping?
Yeah, so what they did at the beginning, well, here, I'll talk about the actual tree skip here, as Claire's about to get into it. They're going to be doing a wall jump off of the side of the tree. Artemis just did it there, and they're going to do a series of slope jump up the tree, and then slide down, jump at the very end, wall jump off the tree. Beautiful job by Artemis there. And Claire about to do the same thing. Alignment's a little off, backing up a little bit. And that should be good. So yeah, how slope jumping works is, so at the beginning what they did is they actually ran up the slope by spinning. So that's an easy way of taking care of that. But what they did on the trees is, as they climbed up, if you're on a slope and you turn your control stick in the direction that Luigi is facing, you can actually do a jump and spin while you're in the air, but that's only if your control stick is in that same direction. So they did that up to a certain point on that tree, and then they did down left on their stick to go down and build up speed, and then they were able to make their way over to Captain Toad without having to fly through the series of planets. So that's about, I want to say, a 50-second time save over the intended route, which is one of the bigger skips of the entire run. Alright, still very close race here. Both players going into Honey Hive 2.
So what the runners are going to be doing for Honey Hive 2 is very similar to Honey Hive 1. They'll be heading to that same tree, but instead of a slope at the top, there is a tower, and they're going to climb that tower and defeat the mini-boss to get the Power Star.
So yeah, we're going to see very similar movement here. One thing I forgot to mention, Artemis is actually doing the waterfall strat over here. Having a little bit of trouble there. That's... ooh, it's not going to make it. The last thing you want to happen with waterfall jump is to fall all the way down the waterfall, because then you have to make your way back up. Artemis having same kind of issue with each attempt. I've actually never seen that before. Now she gets up. Right, and Claire actually struggling to get onto the tree. Gets the wall jump, so will now be climbing the tower like such. Very fast sequence of backflips will be happening here. Alright, both players still got up at about the same time, despite their various issues they had. Artemis expressing confusion at what happened with that waterfall jump. I certainly haven't seen anything quite like that at such a frequency. But despite all that, they're still a couple seconds apart. Alright, so entering Honey Hive 3, the runners will be facing a boss known as Big Bad Bugaboom. At least that's what the star is called. So it's basically a giant bug that flies in the air, and you'll have to ground pound that 3 times. Claire doing a little cycle manipulation with the boulders there to make her way through.
But since using the B power-up is slow, the runners are going to try and not use the power-up whenever they can. So they're going to use the power-up to get to the boss fight, but
yeah,
probably not after that.
Yeah, it is possible, but very difficult with 2P to get to the boss area without the B suit.
Right.
So difficult that you can see Claire actually picked up the bee mushroom. And now
so
they're going to, yeah. They're going to ditch the
wash off in
there.
the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Claire going to be doing the safer hit for the third one, as is Artemis. Yeah, one strat is to, Artemis mistiming the backflip there. Gonna have to wait for Bugaboom to come back around. Does a triple jump, actually, and manages to hit him.
Okay.
Good backup
Nice
there.
timing.
Yeah. But as I was saying before, a faster method of doing that third attack is to go to the right and do a triple jump, but that's it's a much tighter window for that to happen, for you to be able to go above Bugaboom and be able to get the ground pound over it before it starts turning in the air, because then you won't be able to ground pound that way.
Right. Does it have to be a homing ground pound?
It doesn't have to be a homing ground pound, but I think in some cases it does make it a little easier if the Bugaboom is going into you a little bit. Because sometimes you're able to attack him just on the head, not necessarily on the on the mark that they have on its back.
Right.
And you also get a little more airtime that way.
Yep.
All right, so going into loop-de-loop here, one of the two, I think. That there's a few motion control-based stars here, but this one is one of the more motion-based ones. You'll see that they learn how to use the Manta Ray, and they will be doing a time on the racetrack. If anyone wants to venture some guesses, times are usually anywhere between like 56 seconds to a minute.
57 for both.
I'm gonna go 57:25 for Claire and 57:10 for Artemis.
Ooh.
No particular reason. Hey, we got another 57:25.
Yep. So they're going to want to be cutting the corners as fine as possible, shaving off fractions of a second.
Yeah, now this is one stage where you absolutely do not want to fall off, because that is going to be a very big time loss, especially at the end of the track. Claire finishing with a 58:28. And Artemis about to finish herself. Looking to be a 57, low 58. 57:70 for Artemis. Yeah, I think an average time for in a speedrun is like any 57. Some people are able to manage 56. Yeah, pretty much anywhere between 56 and 58 is what usually happens in like a speedrun.
So the runners are going to head into Flip Switch Galaxy now, which is a level that's all about the cycles of the moving platforms. So if the runners are fast enough, they'll be able to get a good cycle and avoid getting hit. And also they're going to want to triple jump up to the star rather than using the final trampoline at the end.
Yeah. So Claire, doing a long jump over there. See how that pans out. Fast enough to beat that platform, though. Gonna be able to bypass that platform, too. Misses a flip switch. Pretty minor, though. Claire not getting a triple jump, unfortunately, but no problematic cycles.
Probably.
Artemis doing a triple jump here. Gets the triple jump. And we'll hopefully be grabbing the star here. And great flip switch by Artemis.
Yeah.
Claire's still ahead by maybe about 10 seconds. Alright, so at this point, they've collected enough power stars to discover an enemy base. In this case, it will be a fight against Megaleg. We will see that very shortly. And when they beat Megaleg, they will collect another Grand Star, which will open another dome. Alright, so they're going to be doing a gravity skip here in two very different ways. Claire is just going to do 2p jump off that platform. Easily gets into that gravity field. Artemis, I think, is going to triple jump from the platform. Yeah, she's going to go for that. Gets a triple jump. Excellent.
Nice. That's hard to do, especially with Luigi's extra speed.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of room on that platform to build up speed and get 3 jumps out. So that actually uses a tactic where you actually hold the C button, which is actually a camera button on the nunchuck, but it'll actually like decrease your speed a little bit, yet keep your momentum to get a triple jump out. Claire's going to guide a bullet bill into the cage. Artemis noting in chat that you can also go neutral on the control stick and still keep your momentum instead of pressing C. That is also another way of doing that.
We'll be seeing a similar type of technique in the next level in Space Junk 1. But we'll explain that when we get there.
Alrighty, so Claire finishing Mega Leg at about a 26-19. Artemis finishing at probably around 26-31 or so.
Still very close. Good to see.
Yeah, 10 seconds apart or so. I forgot what times I said, so don't remember the exact count. So, fun fact about this match, actually. These two runners have raced each other before in this tournament. This is a rematch of Winner's Bracket Round 2, and the result of that was Artemis coming out on top with a 231.47, and Claire finishing with a 234.38. So that sent Claire down to the loser's bracket, and she pretty much fought her way through... She started in Losers Round 2 and has fought her way into Round 5 now, which is where Artemis landed after a match with Sludgy in Winner's Bracket Round 4. So that's a pretty neat occurrence of a rematch happening in a tournament.
So instead of taking the warp pad up to the fountain, the runners are just going to triple jump?
Yeah, warp pad is slow.
And we have Space Junk 1, which involves a pretty precise... Well, it's pretty finicky.
Yeah, finicky is definitely... I can try. This is a skip that's very, again, finicky for runners here. See, Claire's struggling a little bit. What you want from the pole stars is for Luigi to be positioned correctly. Basically, you want Luigi to be facing the bottom of the screen, and using backward momentum, you can actually skip into that gravity there. Artemis getting it first try, Claire second try, both very good. And now getting into Sludgy Hop, or Claire's just going to do two-piece strats, so who needs Sludgy Hop? Artemis is going to be doing Sludgy Hop here. So she's going to position herself there, do a triple jump there, and get a lot of height there. So how that height works is, so usually when you do a triple jump, like, you're holding the control stick in a certain direction, but what Artemis did there was she, after the second jump, after you go, so when you go around that curve on like the platform, she actually lets go of the stick, and then yeah, so you put the stick back in neutral, and then as you land around that bend, and then you do a triple jump, I'm not sure why, but you get a lot of height off your triple jump, and you're able to reach that sling star. And that's alternative to freeing the toads and summoning the spaceship, the Star Shroom, I think they call it. And that's how they intend you to reach the Sling Star, but we don't need that.
So both players getting a pretty good Space Junk 1. Now they're going to be heading into Space Junk 2, which is involves the Camella fight. There's a bit of RNG in this fight. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, this is one of the few instances of RNG in the run where you won't really know for sure whether Camella is going to shoot a fireball or a green shell. Particularly the third phase of the fight, because the first two phases are pretty straightforward, but sometimes you'll get either two fireballs, or you'll get a fireball and a green shell, or if you're really, really unlucky, you'll get some other pattern, but that's pretty rare. But it usually makes a difference of maybe 5 seconds, depending on what kind of RNG you get. So using Koopa shells to defeat whatever those things are called. And Claire is actually bringing a shell up to the boss fight so that you won't have to wait for Camella to shoot a green shell from her wand. So it's an optimization there. Artemis doing the same thing. Ooh, Claire misses the throw there. So she's going to have to wait for Camella to throw a green shell. There we go. And Artemis going to play it safe, make sure she gets that throw out. So that's a little bit of time save on Claire.
Right. If you shake in front of Camella, it cancels her attack.
Yeah.
So if we know it's going to be a fireball, we'll just cancel that attack.
Now, I wasn't quite paying attention. Was that good RNG from Claire?
I think so.
Yeah, that was good RNG from Artemis. Just had a little bit of issues with dodging fireballs, so wasn't able to get to the shell immediately. But Claire's still maintaining a lead of about 10 seconds, so they're being pretty consistent throughout, which is making for a very close race. And we've still got about 2 hours left. Alrighty, time for another motion-based, or motion control-based star here.
This level involves a skip that saves about 8 seconds, maybe. Danny, do you want to explain some of the details?
Yeah, so basically how this level, basically what this star is, they're going to be rolling on a ball with a power star inside, and they want to guide that to the end where the ball will fall into, like, kind of a hole of sorts, and then you'll be able to get the star from there. But basically, they'll be holding the Weir mode as a joystick and controlling the ball that way. Claire going to be going into a skip here. She's going to jump off this ledge. Oh, okay, she's not going to go for the skip. We'll see if Artemis goes for it. So basically, she's going to jump off that ledge and land on the rails.
Yep.
Gets it.
Artemis gets it. Yep.
A little bit of save on Claire there. Don't blame Claire for playing it safe there, because that's a time loss of maybe 20 seconds if you fail. Yeah, the rest of this is pretty straightforward here. Don't anticipate too many problems. As long as you don't accidentally jump into the pole at the end.
Right.
Because that'll basically send you straight off. I have learned that the hard way.
Hmm. So, both players are going to head to Battle Rock 1. This is one of the first and longest auto-scrollers in the any percent route.
Mm-hmm.
But at the start, they're going to be doing a precisely positioned triple jump straight to a launch star. to avoid using the blue star chips.
Yeah, Claire getting it first try. Artemis also getting it first try. Excellent job by both of them. And so we begin the auto-scroller. And this is a very big star bit collection star, so they're going to be doing that while the saucer moves along. So that way it's not exactly like a ton of downtime.
We should probably mention that the players are collecting star bits to feed hungry lumas on the Comet Observatory to unlock 2 different levels in the 80% route.
Yep.
One of them will be unlocked pretty soon, and one of them will be unlocked at the very end. So players will need to be collecting star bits when they can, and they'll be collecting 1,000 in total.
Yes, they will need 400 for Sweet Sweet and 600 for Drip Drop.
So we're going to do a triple jump now just to save a little bit of waiting time.
Yeah.
Going to guide the bullet bills straight to the final cage rather than any of these other cages earlier than that. Artemis's bullet bill almost hit the Goomba.
That's always annoying when that happens, because then you have to go back and guide another one.
Right.
Alright, so after you collect 13 stars in this game, you will fly back to Rosalina, where she will explain prankster comets, which are... what comets do is they do weird things to galaxies. There's a speedy comet that pretty much adds a time limit, a cosmic comet, which will make you race against a cosmic clone of yourself, and pretty much do a race to the star. Fast Foe Comet will speed up enemies, and then the last one is a Daredevil Comet, where you have to do a task with only 1 life. So we'll be seeing a number of those comets throughout this run.
Often those sort of comets are quite quick stars, so we're going to do a lot of those.
Yeah. Especially the Cosmic Comets and Daredevil Comets. Most of those are pretty fast.
One thing to mention as Claire enters Battle Rock 2 is she's going to be using a different route to Artemis. She's going to be doing Battle Rock's Secret at some point in a little bit later. So she's going to actually feed the Hungry Luma right now by using 30 star bits, so that it's unlocked for when she needs it later.
Yeah, so after she throws this bomb at the cage with the Luma, she's going to go over and feed the Hungry Luma while that bomb is exploding, so kind of multitasking in a sense there.
That was really nice movement from Claire as well. Stopping the what are they called? The black.
I just call them boulders. I don't know what to call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rolling chomps, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright, so what Artemis and Claire did here... Oh, Claire just failed it, but what Artemis did earlier was she went into first person and looked up at the launch star as it spawned, because objects only activate when you look at them or are near them. So what she did is went into first person and looked at it for a little bit of time before going into the sling star, so that you won't have to fly past the launch star to get into that launch star there.
And a similar thing will... Oh, and Artemis misses the timing on that cannon shot there.
Yeah, so this is another place where they're taking advantage of first person to manipulate the cycle, so you can just fire the cannon straight away. See, Claire was very successful there, and was able to waste no time trying to align a shot.
And you can do a little bit of that, the same sort of technique with the first-person mode on this final planet as well. It's a little bit trickier.
Yeah.
Claire's going for it, moving the cycles on a little bit more.
She might take a hit there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird phenomenon where the bomb explodes, but you're in a cutscene. Oh, that was interesting.
Oh.
Gonna have to do another shot there, I guess.
You don't see that every day.
No, I've never seen that where you're actually like sliding down one of the, one of those cycles there.
It'd be cool if you could run and jump from there.
It would be. That'd be a nice way of backing that up. Alright, so Artemis going into Battle Rock 3, while Claire is going to go into Space Junk Comet. So this is where their routes are going to diverge a little bit. With 2P, there's a kind of a more like... There's a route more geared towards 2P. Claire is going to be doing Battle Rock Secret later on, and will be subbing that out for Freeze Flame 3. Or Freeze Flame 3 will be subbed out for Battle Rock Secret.
So let's see how Claire goes with the Space Junk skip.
First try, excellent.
Very nice. So Artemis just crouched in front of that laser fence, avoiding the damage there.
Yeah. Claire going for Sludgy Hop, or, well, some form of Sludgy Hop with 2P.
Yeah.
But is successful either way. Alright, Artemis is going to be doing a triple jump here to skip into the gravity above, taking advantage of that block there.
Something to note is that that cycle that Artemis had to wait for, you can actually get that cycle if you play on widescreen, but because Artemis is playing on 4x3, it's impossible to make that cycle.
Yeah, because of the property of things only moving on screen, or like only things moving when they're on screen, is if you're in 16:9 aspect ratio, you're going to have different cycles like that. So with 4.3, you actually have a worse cycle in that one gravity section than you will in 16:9. And another difference between 4.3 and 16:9 aspect ratio is in Good Egg 2, there's actually a starbit comet on the second planet that will actually give you 3 extra starbits if you play on 4.3, whereas on 16.9 you won't have that comet. So that's one of the few advantages of 4.3, but overall 16.9 is... it saves a little more time in a few stars. Alright, so Claire's about to do a death warp here. It's the only death warp in the entire run. Doing a backflip over there, and she should spawn right before the thwomp. And she does. Going through a little gravity section here.
Skipping most of the waiting time here by just using some precise long jumps.
Yep.
And triple jump does not work, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty easy to back up though. It's not a huge setback. Artemis also entering Bowser 1.
So Claire's going to skip most of these stairs by triggering the cutscene, long jumping over to where the trigger is.
Let's see if Artemis is successful with Death Warp. Looked a little low, but we'll see. And she's successful. Oh. Got tripped up on that step. Had to wait for the thwomp there.
Yeah, gonna have to wait.
Alright, so Claire entering the boss fight. She's gonna spin into Bowser to skip a phase of his attacks. Ooh, Artemis taking a death there due to the fire bar being in a bad cycle.
That's the sort of thing that can happen in Galaxy. One little thing leads to another. It cycles off or something unexpected, and
yeah,
can cause big time losses.
Yeah. Now Artemis gets the triple jump onto the thwomp, so good on her. And Claire's gonna do another attack cancel on Bowser. She's gonna go like right under Bowser's chin, and will also skip another phase of his attack. If you position yourself perfectly, you can actually get knocked back onto the glass, and Bowser will be able to smash the glass on his first attack. And also, Artemis long jumped from a step lower than you usually would. She took her long jump off from there, and you can still make it into the cutscene trigger. Saves a little bit of time, so it's a small optimization among runners. Alright, so Claire getting her third Grand Star, so while she flies back to the observatory, we'll see how Artemis does on her fight.
Ooh, that was a weird hit back.
Yeah.
Got knocked back a tiny bit.
Alright, excellent cancel there. Bowser will break that glass straight away. And she does it again. Excellent fight from Artemis here as it wraps up here. So basically, Rosalina is just going to talk about how another dome has opened, but we still don't have enough star power to fly to the center of the universe. And if anyone is unfamiliar with how Galaxy works, if you collect 60 stars, then you'll have access to the final boss. 60 stars plus finishing the Bowser level in Bedroom, which we will see later on. So Claire heading into Kitchen, going into Beach Bowl Galaxy. And in Beach Bowl 1, we're going to have a pretty large skip here where we won't even need to collect the star chips. So we're just going to be doing a series of triple jumps and backflips to get up to the star hidden in the crystal there. Triple jump onto the tree.
Oh, nice. That was fast.
Yep, taking... Ooh, misses a 2P jump there. Pretty easy to back up, though.
Yep.
So with 2P, Claire was able to do that without many problems, but it's slightly harder with 1P because of a weird property called tilt. And basically what tilt is, it's a little hard to explain, but it basically has to do with how the gravity acts on you based on the movement of other objects. So in Beach Bowl's case, your tilt can be affected by something as small as like hitting a certain leaf on the tree, or wall grabbing like the stones in like the vicinity of that tree. Like if you wall grab on any surface, your tilt will be affected and you may not be able to jump as high. So what you want to do is basically take all precautions to maintain good tilt, because you start with good tilt, and based on what you do with objects around you, it'll either remain the same or it'll get worse, and it will make triple jump's harder to do. Artemis grabbing the tree. We'll see if that affects her at all. And it looks like tilt is causing problems here. Normally that triple jump works, but it's having trouble there. Gonna have to go around.
Yeah, it looked like
that's very
positioning,
unfortunate for Artemis.
Hmm.
Also, Claire retrieved a golden shell as the final exam for the swimming test, despite not actually being a student. Alright, so Claire actually about a star ahead of Artemis now, with that unfortunate fail there.
Well, it's a bit hard to tell at the moment, since the routes have diverged.
Yeah, well, so far, Claire did Space Junk Comet instead of Battle Rock 3. She'll be doing Battle Rock 3 later, while Artemis will be doing Space Junk Comet later.
Hmm.
So by this point, they've done... Well, okay, they haven't done the same number of levels, but... basically, Beach Bowl 2 was Claire's 18th star, and that will be Artemis's 18th star as well. So although they did different stars, it's still pretty close in terms of like how much time is different between the routes.
Right.
But their routes will not converge until Freeze Flame Secret, which is pretty far out. It'll probably take about 50 minutes or so to get there. So until then, we won't really know for sure what the time difference is between the players. All we can do is really guess. Alright, Clara making her way up Beach Bowl Secret as Artemis has just finished Beach Bowl 2. I'm gonna guess she's gonna do some form of a 2P jump here. And she does. We'll see Artemis do something a little different there because of 1P. But basically, both players will not be making use of the Cataquack in Beach Bowl Secret, which Nintendo intends you to do. And Clara's looking more than okay, star bit-wise. She only needs 400 for Sweet Sweet, and she's well over 500, so she doesn't need to worry about that. I did not pay attention to Artemis's star bit count, but she will need to make sure she has 400 for Sweet Sweet within the next 4 stars? 3 stars.
So Claire's heading into Beach Bowl 3. One quick thing to mention is that because Claire has entered Beach Bowl 3 to get Beach Bowl Secret, she's able to skip the cutscenes. She's heading into the Stone Cyclone. Gonna triple jump on top of this Tox box here.
Successful there. Ooh.
Yep. Oh.
Unfortunate platform cycles there. Ended up falling into a gap. So she's gonna have to start over here. Slightly different cycles. Shouldn't phase her too much though. Artemis ended up losing her fire ice flower there, and is trying to backflip from that ledge there and gets a star.
Okay, and yeah. Claire gets the skip across the last section of Beach Bowl 3.
Yeah, nice time save there, and gets it first try. Despite the death earlier, that's still very good for Claire. And Artemis is over 400 star bits, so they will both be fine to continue their routes. An unfortunate happening in Winners Round 3 round 4 actually. It was actually Artemis versus the Sludgy Gamer. What happened to the Sludgy Gamer was he did the new pushback route. Shoutouts to Elias for putting that together for the first time, and did not get enough star bits for Sweet Sweet, and had to improvise the last half of his run. So neither one will have to do that, fortunately. So we're going to see Artemis go into Beach Bowl 3 skip pretty soon here. Gets the triple jump. Alright, let's see how she does. And she gets it, no problem. See how Claire does on maintaining her Rainbow Star speed? Alright, that was pretty good for Claire. The thing with Ghostly 1 is, while you're running in the Rainbow Star, as you keep running, you build up a lot of speed, and if you hit a wall, you pretty much lose all that speed. And that can actually be a major time killer because of the cycles of the star chips in that room. But she fared quite well in there, so good on her. And Claire also going into something we call Mansion Clip, where she's going to jump down, grab a pole star, bounce off the bottom there, and get into the mansion. Thus having to skip collecting the key and going through another hallway. And now we have rescued the other Luigi, because apparently you can have 2 Luigis. But basically the dialogue that takes place between Luigi and Luigi is, "Oh, are you me? Well, I guess there's enough people in this universe for at least one person to look like me. But anyway, I found this power star, let's go home."
How can you recite that if you don't play on English?
I know Japanese. I translate easy.
Oh. Oh.
In fact, Rosalina just said, "Hey, I can see your twin from here. I bet if you ask him nicely, he'll help you grab pole stars, and I'm sure he has a lot to tell you about his adventures. You should go talk to him." Alright, so Claire's feeding the hungry Luma to get into Sweet Sweet, and while the launch star is activating, she's actually going to go talk to the other Luigi, and I'll be able to translate what Luigi says there. "Hey, you're looking for power stars, right? Let me help. I think you missed one in Good Egg Galaxy. If I find it, I'll leave you a note. Keep your eyes peeled."
Check your mail.
Yes. You might want to check your mail in order to get the letter. That's a good point. Alright. Artemis did well with Ghostly 1 as well. Do you want to talk about Sweet Sweet, Timba?
Yeah, sure. So this level is all about controlling your long jumps. So there's holes in the cake-looking conveyor belt, and players are going to be wanting to continuously long jump, because that's the fastest form of movement in this level. And they're also going to want to not spin if possible. Changing their direction by crouching for a little bit after each long jump.
Ooh,
and Claire gets
up there.
Yeah, but it didn't fall off, so that's the main thing.
Yeah. And the thing is, after being
up to the star.
Yeah. After being zapped by one of those, you actually will have an opportunity to spin. Your spin timer gets reset for some reason. So
yeah.
If you're in a bad spot, you're able to save yourself that way. Alright, and Claire is going to get her first letter from Luigi. Luigi got himself stuck on top of a house and can't come down. even though there's a pipe right on the roof.
So as Artemis heads into Sweet Sweet and does lots of long jumps, Claire's going to be selecting the first star instead of the third one, because then she's able to skip the cutscenes. Shoutouts to Creepy Gar for this strat. Gonna do two long jumps, land on the Goomba, and get a wall kick off the side of the house. Saves about 1 second.
Probably no more than 1 second.
Yeah.
As if Good Egg Luigi couldn't be completed fast enough.
Yeah.
This guy found a way to do it faster. Any optimization counts. And excellent Sweet Sweet from Artemis.
Yeah.
I don't think there was much spinning in that movement. And now we have our first comet of the run. It is a blue cosmic comet. So Claire will be doing a race against a cosmic Luigi.
Now, at the start of these races, there's going to be 4 of them in total in this run. The players are going to be wanting to get a boost when these at the very start by crouching and pressing A on. There's a 5-frame window to get the boost, and Claire gets it.
Ooh, that shouldn't affect her too much. There we go.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it didn't affect her positioning too much, so she was able to get a spin and didn't hinder her too much, so that was good. I don't know if that wall jump probably wasn't intentional. I could see how it could have maybe helped. But yeah, basically she just was able to fall down that ledge and took advantage of backwards momentum to get herself onto that ledge and just long jump over. Artemis will be doing the same Cosmic Luigi race there, while Claire heads back to Kitchen, and we'll be doing Beach Bowl Comet, which is basically the same Stone Cyclone that we saw in Beach Bowl 3, but all the Tox boxes and the Thwomps will be moving at, I want to say, double speed?
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Artemis gets the boost.
Yep, 5-frame window. And we'll be doing the same thing here. Excellent. And Claire will be attempting the same skip that she did in Beach Bowl 3 pretty soon here. And she gets it. Artemis on her way over to Kitchen as well to do Beach Bowl Comet. Those launch stars were very synced there as they were entering their respective stars. Alright, so with Claire and Bubble Breeze here, we have another motion control based star where she's going to enter a bubble and use the cursor to basically blow the bubble around and collect star chips. And if you land in any of that swamp, you take a death. Artemis successful, and ooh, Claire taking a death there by running into the mine with the bubble. Perhaps an opportunity for Artemis to catch up there, who made Beach Bowl Comet skip first try. Alright, so Claire's going to give this another go.
Yep. Yeah, one thing, it happened very quickly, but Claire got a frame-perfect jump at the start of this level.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
So if you press jump on the same frame that you land, then you are able to start the level a little bit faster. So that saves about 1 second or a bit less, probably.
Yeah, it's about 1 second, and basically the best way to try and get those is to spam the A button as you land, because it's a 1 frame window. It's very hard to time that. Yeah. And Claire doing a very large skip there where you can just backflip onto the rocks and long jump straight over to the star. Not sure how Nintendo overlooked that, but as speedrunners we take advantage of it and don't question it. By the way, if anyone would like to follow the runners or the commentators, you are free to do so. I'm sure they would all appreciate it.
So Artemis gets a chance to catch up. Looks like she's doing fine so far.
Going into the skip here. Doing a backflip strategy there to make her way over.
I've never seen that, but it worked.
Alright, now Claire's going to be going into, I think, what most runners would consider one of the hardest stars in the entire run, which is Ghostly Secret. And what the secret star is you enter a matter splatter planet section here. Gonna backflip her way over there to make her way over. And here's where the fun begins. So, really what this is an auto-scroller, which happens when you get the coin inside the door, but we're not gonna be doing any of that. Wow, I have not seen those 2P strats before. That was very fast. So basically, Claire didn't need any keys at all. Basically, the doors are, like, loaded, but they're invisible. But since they're loaded, we can, like, they have hitboxes, so you can wall jump off them, you can stand on top of them. But if you stand on top of them, they're very thin, so it's very difficult to land precisely on top of the doors and be able to jump your way up there. So we're going to see Artemis go into, I believe she goes for keyless here. But she's going to, missed time to spin there. Ended up taking a dive. So that's going to set her back a little bit. Just going to have to make her way back over. Makes it that time. Is indeed going for keyless here. Going to wall jump off that. Oh. Misses the side of the door. Again, very skinny hitbox there. Ends up taking a death. So will she still go for keyless? Still going for it. Gets the wall jump. Jumps off there. And is successful.
Okay, good.
Alright.
So Claire skipped a tiny bit of that that mini ship landing on the bigger ship by long jumping off. Gonna have to shoot 5 shells into the Bowser Jr. ship while avoiding all the bullet bills and the magic Koopas. and things.
And excellent fight from Claire. That's one boss fight where if you make a small mistake, like you miss a throw, it pretty much turns into chaos with all the bullet bills, all the fireballs that the ship fires at you. So it's really important to get that sequence down to get all 5 green shells and get them all first try. So we're about to see how Artemis does here as Claire flies back to the observatory. And Artemis expressing frustration at Ghostly Secret, and understandably so. As hard as the skip is, it's one of those where it hurts to take a death there. It hurts to take any death in any star, minus the death warp in the first Bowser level. Alright, so let's see how Artemis does on this fight. Doing a slightly different route than what Claire did. Second hit's good. Bullet bills homing in, gets the third hit, gets the shell before the cutscene.
Very nice.
One more, and excellent. Well done.
Wow, that was great.
So if I were to guess, I think Claire is still maintaining a bit of a lead.
Yeah. It's definitely not over, though.
No, definitely not. There's still about an hour 20 minutes left of gameplay, so we're not even halfway through this thing.
A lot can happen.
Yeah. Alright, so now Claire is going into Battle Rock 3, which we saw from Artemis earlier. And what I don't think we talked about before is what Claire's going to do is do a triple jump here, and if you land on like the very front edge of that saucer, you'll be able to propel yourself forward with that triple jump and be able to get into the gravity of that other saucer. Alright, so Artemis getting the second Luigi letter. I didn't catch if Claire got it. I hope she did.
Yeah, I didn't see either.
Yeah. But what that letter is Luigi has gotten himself stuck under a cage in Battle Rock. So we will be seeing the auto-scroller again to make our way over there.
I don't know how you got stuck in a cage, by the way.
Same. It's like the cage would have had to fall on you or something like that.
Yeah.
Artemis going into the Daredevil Comet of Battle Rock, which is basically the Topman fight, but with only one life, so this shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Hopefully that wasn't commentator's curse.
So both players doing the Topman fight, but just different levels of it. Different versions of it, sorry.
Mm-hmm. And good fight from Artemis.
Yep.
Alright, if that had lasted about a second later, she would have landed right on that red Topman, but thankfully the star spawns.
Right. And pretty good from Claire.
Wow. Alright, so I'm not entirely sure how Claire's route plays out, but Artemis going into Hurry Scurry. Claire is also entering Hurry Scurry. So I think as far as Claire's route goes, she'll be doing, I want to say, Battle Rock Secret and then Battle Rock Luigi. I think I'm missing one in there. Because going into Bedroom, Claire is going to have one more star than Artemis.
Right. Well, that's Battle Rock Secret, isn't it?
And see, Battle Rock Secret, she already did Space Junk Comet. And that's what Artemis is going to be doing after Hurry Scurry. Thinking is hard. I apologize. But Claire has to be doing 3 more stars in Fountain before going into Bedroom. I think. Oh, Claire has not done Battle Rock Comet yet. So that would be the other one. So in some order there. Alright. Hurry Scurry, no problem for either runner. Alright, Artemis going into Space Junk Comet, which we saw from Claire earlier. And what will Claire be doing? Alright, so Battle Rock Comet, followed by Battle Rock Secret, followed by Battle Rock Luigi. Alright, so while Claire is doing Battle Rock Comet, we will focus on Artemis here for Space Junk Comet. Fails at first try. Second try, not so good. Having a little bit of trouble here. And that one should be good. A little bit of a time loss there, but important thing is she made her way over. And then Sludgy Hop, which I failed to mention, was named for the person that found it, which is the Sludgy Gamer. Shoutouts to him. Former world record holder. The current world record holder of the any percent Luigi category is Valu with a 224.38. So it looks like Artemis lost about 15 seconds from the from failing the skip a few times, which isn't too bad considering retrying it each time doesn't take too much of a time loss.
So Claire's going to do Battle Rock Secret now, which Artemis will not do at all.
Yeah, and Claire already fed the hungry Luma, so no need to feed it again. But she can still get a lot of star bets.
Right. Hey, there's lots of trash around. Can you blow it up for me?
And that is exactly what Claire will do.
Artemis gets the triple jump in Battle Rock Luigi.
Ah, yeah, so Artemis is going to be saving Luigi here. And so she enters the auto-scroller again. Looks like Claire will be successful with Battle Rock Secret. As soon as that bomb blows up.
And Claire gets
2P strats.
A nice mega side flip there.
Was that a mega side flip?
I think it was.
I wasn't paying attention.
It wasn't a big one, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Are those common on the Battle Rock Secret planet? Battle Rock / Dreadnought, I guess? Because I feel like I've seen that like a few times there.
It's to do with the camera angle. The camera angle is quite favorable on that planet.
What does the camera have to do with it?
You have to be side flipping away towards the camera for some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't help in runs, so.
Yeah.
Both runners are actually in Battle Rock Luigi.
Yep. Claire gets triple jump first try. Artemis guiding a bullet bill to the cage to free Luigi. And he says something like, "Ooh, you should save me faster next time. Yeah, you want this power star? Well, you tell Rosalina that I found this one." Showing quite a bit of attitude. Claire's showing off in the auto-scroller, because what else are you gonna do? Except, might not want to die on the auto-scroller.
Yeah.
Alright, so Artemis going to cut across the observatory here to get to bedroom faster. Oh, Claire, what are you doing? Please don't die.
Ooh.
She just has to make it past the auto-scroller, and if she happens to die after that, she'll just spawn right on that planet here.
Right.
Scaring me here. That bullet bill got me very close.
Wow.
Alright, so Luigi actually provided a green star from Battle Rock Luigi, and there are 3 green stars in this game. We only get 2 of them, but if you get all 3, you will be able to access the trial galaxies, which are challenging galaxies based on mechanics we've already seen in past levels. Like, Rolling Gizmo is a harder version of, what's it called? Rolling Green. And then there's Loop-de-Swoop, which is a harder course compared to Loop-de-Loop. And then there's Bubble Blast, which is like one big extended version of Bubble Breeze. But yeah, we won't be seeing those trials, sadly, because those take a lot of time.
Right. And Artemis, unfortunately, doesn't ride the flower for long enough and has to take the vines to get to this final planet.
Yeah, had a little bit of issues with triple jump, I think.
Right.
And Artemis is going to do a long jump around here to catch the bunny quicker. And she's successful. Alright, so Artemis is she just finished Gusty Garden 1, while Claire just went into Gusty Garden 1. But Claire is actually, well, they're on equal star counts now, but they're actually a star off of each other when looking at their route in Bedroom, because Claire will be skipping Freeze Flame 3 in place of Battle Rock Secret, which she just did.
So let's see if Claire can ride the flower for long enough. Okay, and going for a triple jump now up to the next planet.
There we go. Ooh, that was a nice 2-piece strat for that Piranha plant.
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
I remember, I saw that last week in the last race.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Claire also going to be long jumping over here. Excellent. Alrighty, so Artemis going through Gusty Garden 2. This is another star where the moles are only going to move while they're on screen. Does a backflip there accidentally. That's... Ooh. Killing both moles off at once. That actually might have helped her in a way.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
That was a very good question mark planet. I don't think that backflip was intentional, but that actually worked out quite well.
That's another instance of where using 4:3 aspect ratio makes the cycle slightly different.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty much all about camera manipulation to keep the moles where you want them to be and be able to attack them in the same spot. Because if you let one slip by, it's very hard to catch it again. So we're going to see how Claire does while Artemis goes into the Major Burrows fight. Claire is going to take advantage of 2P strats to attack the moles. Very advantageous there. Excellent job there. Alright, so I think what Artemis is going to do is she's going to jump over Major Burrows as she gets close to his trail. And that'll cause him to pop up, and then since she's in the air, she'll be able to ground pound right away. And she's going to do 2 ground pounds here, because there's 2 attack phases for Major Burrows in the final part of the fight, where you ground pound once, and then Major Burrows will charge at you, and you'll have to ground pound again. If you ground pound twice in succession, you'll be able to get him out from the ground. So that was a very good fight from Artemis there. Ooh, does a backflip, or I think that was a backflip instead of a spin there. Minor time loss. Ooh, ground pound's a little too early there. Still too early.
Oh, and again.
Ooh. They're struggling just a little bit with this fight.
Artemis skips one of those
points. Yeah, so Artemis will be getting the secret star here, which requires getting all the question marks to spawn a rainbow star. And there's an oddly suspicious rolling object there that's not like the others. And that is, of course, going to contain a power star. And that's a very quick star to take care of there. One thing I forgot to mention about Major Burrows is that's one of the other few areas of RNG where Major Burrows will either start in, like, he could start from pretty much anywhere on the planet, and it's very hard to predict that. In the Daredevil version of the comet, it's a little more predictable, but it's still something that we don't really quite know what determines its initial location. Alright, so both runners at about the same point in the same level, but Claire will be, I believe, getting... Oh, Claire will be getting 3 first. So they're actually both doing 3 right now. But Claire will have to get secret later.
Claire's gonna stop some boulders. Maybe.
Ooh, that came very close.
Oh.
That one, on the other hand,
Okay.
ended up hitting her. Electric ball getting in the way there for Artemis. Also has a little bit of trouble with the second star chip. There she gets it. Alright, nice star chips from Claire. Artemis also getting her 5th there. And both runners are going to be attempting a skip here, where they're going to do a long jump to skip part of the gravity section here. So let's see how they do. Both of them get it. Excellent.
And Artemis does too. Good. Very precise spin timing there.
And nearly synced here, actually.
Yeah.
Except Claire is, I believe, still a star up on Artemis. Or no, well, we'll see. No, they're on even star count right now, actually. But with Gusty Garden 3 being a longer level than Gusty Garden Secret, Claire might still be a little bit ahead here.
Not by much, though.
Yeah. Or I guess I should say, well, never mind. I'm getting myself confused with their different routes here. So since Claire was on a different star count entering the bedroom, that's going to affect comet cycles, which the comets only appear on like either even or odd number stars, depending on how many you have. I'm a little unclear on how that works out. I don't know if you know about that, Timba.
No, it's
Okay.
from what I know, it's very, very complicated, and the rules don't necessarily apply in the same way in every
synced
time.
again. Holy cow!
Yeah.
But as you
RNG
can
there.
see, major burrows appeared in different locations there. So yeah, anyway, that will explain a slight variation in star order as Claire goes through bedroom compared to Artemis. So Artemis, I believe, is going into Freeze Flame now. Well, Claire will be getting Secret Star. So coming up pretty soon here, their routes are going to converge, and we will be able to see who is leading who. Alright, so we can focus on Artemis for a little bit, since we've seen Gusty Garden Secret already. Just going to make our way over to the Penguin. Gonna call Luigi an old man and say, hey, can you catch me? And so Artemis gonna
we
catch
say
the Penguin,
yes.
no problem. Then the Penguin says, not bad, old man. Maybe you have a chance. A small chance, but a chance. Alright, so Artemis is going to be making her way up to Baron Burr, which is the boss fight for Freeze Flame. But we're not going to be taking that back route there. Or, Dave, go ahead. Yep.
Going to use a triple jump here up onto the item block, and then long jumping over to this mini pull star. And then just backflipping up to the boss section.
Doing a triple jump here. Hopefully doesn't get sniped in midair. And she's good. And these are going to be very easy hits here, because you just do backflips and spin into Baron Burr. And even the two freezy guys there aren't going to hinder her much. Nice penguin grab from Claire. While Artemis is going to be entering Freeze Flame Comet, which is another cosmic race. I believe it's the second one of the run so far. And this entire section here for Freeze Flame Comet is actually something that comes up in Freeze Flame 3, yet she hasn't had an opportunity to even get to Freeze Flame 3 to see that section. It's just something interesting there. Accidental backflip from Claire there instead of a long jump.
So let's see if Artemis can get the boost at the start. Misses it this time.
Yeah. I don't think that's too important on this cosmic race in particular.
Right.
Because the ice causes you to go pretty fast.
True. So
as long as you don't die.
Yes.
Easy enough.
Artemis is going to be doing
there we go.
skating long jumps all the way through. And getting to the star.
Alright, so I think Claire is going to be entering Freeze Flame 2 due to comet cycles. And then Secret will come later.
Right.
Or not Secret, Comet.
Yes.
Although Secret will come later. Alright, so the first planet consists of getting a series of star chips here, and what they're going to do here is they're going to spin into the crystals, but drop the control stick into neutral so that you stay in place. Artemis has a little bit of trouble with that third star chip, but basically, when you come to a stop on the crystal, you can turn your control stick in the direction of the star chip, and that makes it very easy to collect them.
And Artemis skips all the pull stars by doing a skating long jump into the launch star.
Yeah, easy enough.
And so does Claire.
Alright, we're going to see what strategies they do for this skip here. I think Artemis is just going to triple jump up here, then long jump into this section. Okay, they're both going to jump up and skip into the gravity section, and then they're going to go to the side here, and then skip another section. There's an alternate strategy that consists of lava boosting your way using the life mushroom that gives you 6 life. Artemis down to 1 life, but looks like she'll be fine. Alright, both players getting the stars. While in... Oh, Claire has to do an extra jump there. But anyway, there's another strategy for getting to that end section that involves lava boosting with the red mushroom that gives you 6 lives. And basically you can just lava boost your way over there. It'll take 4 of your lives, but you'll still be able to get over there. It saves maybe a second or so over what both runners did here. But it's a small optimization there. It's kind of up to the runner whether or not they choose to go for that, because it can be a little bit risky. So now Claire is going to be doing Freeze Flame Comet, while Artemis is going to do Freeze Flame 3. Just going to do a jump around to the other side to get to the launch star faster. Now Claire gets a frame-perfect jump there, and that'll actually take her right into the trigger zone for Cosmic Luigi to spawn. So that frame-perfect jump actually saves like 2 seconds as compared to pretty much any other frame-perfect jump that will only save 1 second. It's a
good
little interesting fact there. So if I were to take a guess here, I think Claire is very slightly ahead despite different routes, because she will be skipping Freeze Flame 3. In fact, I think she's actually going to go into Freeze Flame Secret now. So she's definitely ahead by... I don't know how much time. Maybe 30-ish seconds, maybe more.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, because after Artemis finishes Freeze Flame 3, she's going to enter Freeze Flame Secrets, and they'll be on equal star counts. Alright, so Claire is in the lead at the moment. Artemis making her way through Freeze Flame 3 with no problems. So for Freeze Flame Secret, we enter Freeze Flame 1 again, and we have to catch the penguin, but we will not be jumping up to the boss. We will be going off to the side here, as Claire's about to do.
I think Claire is going to go for a strategy that I'm pretty sure Valu developed.
Yeah.
Gonna do 2 wall jumps. Up.
Is that gonna make it? It did not make it.
Ooh. That's not good.
Gonna give it another go here. Barely makes it up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that strategy, rather than slope climbing, is maybe a 1 to 2 second difference, so it's pretty small. So if you're not entirely positive about your movement there, like, I think Artemis is going to be slope climbing here. But that's definitely a much more consistent strategy of making your way up there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so just doing a series of spins here. Claire making her way up the mountain here. Very fast movement. It's one of the more impressive stars to see and do here. So we're going to see how Artemis fares here. Going to do a triple jump here. Manages to get on that very small ledge of that thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
Jumps up there. Carries that Fire Flower a very long time. It's excellent movement by Artemis. Back up there.
Almost gets hit by the bat.
Yeah, that was excellent movement, though, from both players. Well done.
It was.
Alright, so entering Honey Climb, we get to see a tactic with the bee mushroom that was also found by Valu. Basically, they're going to grab the wall here in order to do it. I don't know why that is, but if you jump and spin immediately after jumping off a honeycomb, you'll be able to get extreme height and get all the way up to the launch star here. Now, it's not as useful on the second planet because it's a horizontal path, but we'll be seeing it again on the third planet.
It's all about the timing of the spin as well as the positioning of the camera.
Yeah. Now, Claire actually did a bounce off one of the Mandabugs, which will actually give you even more height. So that's
it's
something
nice
cool you
boost.
can take advantage of. And another important thing about the tactic with the bee mushroom is you have to be positioned straight up and down on the honeycombs for it to work. If you're angled any other way, it's not going to work. Artemis doing some nice jumps on Honey Climb here. Able to grab the star right away.
So this level involves a lot of using the gravity to your advantage, skipping large chunks of the level. So immediately Claire, angling, getting the right angle and skipping a bit of that section. Gonna skip this section as well. Gonna do a triple jump up to this platform, not waiting for any of the moving platforms.
Misses the triple jump there. It's not going to hinder her too much there.
Yep.
Doesn't affect cycles too much here.
Right. Ooh, landing on the top there. Still okay.
Alright, now we're about to see if Claire goes for the fast gravity skip, or if she's going to wait for the plus block to get to the green section here, so we'll see what she does. And she is going to wait. Probably a safe bet to do here. And she makes it. So she will be backflipping her way up to the next Bowser fight. Artemis doing some long jumps there that are, I think, only possible in 4-3 because of how the cycles work. But basically, you can just chain a bunch of long jumps across those pink platforms, which I believe is not... Ooh, Artemis in trouble.
Oh.
Takes a death, unfortunately. Cycles got a little ahead of her there and was not able to get onto the plus block without the other block. And just going for it again.
Going for it again. Okay.
Makes it. Yep. Goes for fast gravity skip right away. And succeeds.
Very nice.
Alright, so now what Claire's doing on this fight here is Bowser is doing a series of dark spins to try to attack you, but if you spin into him, you'll be able to cancel those. So on the last phase, Bowser's going to do a series of 3 spins. So there's 1, 2, and 3 excellent cancels from Claire there. And this actually takes advantage of resetting your spin timer. If you spin and then jump immediately, your spin timer resets and you can spin right away. Because normally when you spin, you have to wait for the Luma to show up. And at that point, you'll be able to spin again. But by jumping, you'll be able to spin sooner. And with how fast Bowser does his dark spins in the later phases, that's something to really take advantage of. Alright, Claire's getting her next Grand Star. We'll see how Artemis is doing. Claire finishing at 149.19. We'll see when Artemis finishes. See how she does on these cancels. Nice work.
Ooh, missing Bowser running the wrong way that time.
It's probably about 4 seconds lost or so. Maybe a little less. Alright, so now both runners are unlocking the engine room, which has some of the most challenging galaxies in the entire run. So this is really where, like, the race can change hands here. Artemis finishing Bowser 2 at 150.22, making for slightly over a minute lead for Claire. Also something to note, Claire does have enough star bits for Drip Drop, which will be done as the 59th star in the run. So she doesn't need to collect any more star bits for the rest of the run. And also, we didn't talk about star bit management. Do you want to talk about that, Timba?
Yeah, sure. So at the end of every level, you get a notification if you collect star bits. So, but if you don't collect any star bits, then you don't get that notification. So it saves a little bit of time. So what we want to do is, yep. What we want to do is only collect star bits on at times where the notification will be the notification time will be minimized. So in the fewest amount of levels, and also in combination with other notifications. So yeah, anything I missed?
Yep. Same thing goes for coins. If you collect coins by the end of the level, you'll get a text box there as well. So
Right.
if you can avoid collecting coins, by all means, avoid collecting coins to avoid that text box. Just small ways of optimizing different stars. Alright, Claire does not have... Oh, Claire did the strategy found by Trustfall, where you do a backflip and into a certain spot on the planet, and the bunny will actually run towards you. So that's a pretty nifty strat if you don't want to... If you're bad at shooting the bunny with star bits, or not able to catch it by just running after it, that's a nice strategy to do. Alright, so Claire heading into... I think she's doing Gold Leaf 2 and not Secret.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah. But yeah, Gold Leaf 2 is one of the harder stars in this entire run, just because of how different gravity skips work and Cataquack issues. Although I think Claire might be doing... she might use the Cataquack here. Okay. I wasn't sure if she was going to do 2P strats there. She might take advantage of that later on.
Yes, she will. Spoilers.
Yeah. Triple jump here. Excellent. Doing another triple jump. Gets onto the M planet. That can be a very finicky triple jump to get. And she's able to free some of the Cataquacks as to not get screwed over by some of those. Ooh.
Ooh. Still.
Got nudged to the side of the Cataquack and ended up in a not very friendly spot to get fired up there. Doing a triple jump there. Struggling with the 2P strat here to get the star right away. Just gonna keep going for it. Missing triple jump here again. Well, just persistent, I'll give her that. Just not giving up on it. Meanwhile, Artemis starting to catch up. Having trouble getting that third jump out, so it seems to be a timing issue here. I'm kind of wondering... Yeah, I'm starting to wonder how much longer she's gonna try doing this.
It might be to do with the change of camera angle.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, now no. She gets it. Good on her for not giving up on that. Although one could argue that maybe she could have done the more consistent way, or well, okay, maybe that is consistent for her, but I don't know. We'll have to find out what happened with her there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in any case, Artemis managed to close the lead a little bit, but still trailing a little bit.
Claire's not using a timer on her stream, so we're just going off Artemis's time.
Yeah, the gameplay is pretty well synced here, so should be an accurate representation of who's ahead. Claire not going for triple jump, just gonna do a backflip off the tree. Ooh, deflects off of the plank there. And now off of the tree. And now she makes her way up. Artemis also, I don't know if she attempted triple jump. She may have, and I just wasn't looking. Yeah, they're gonna climb the tower. Claire doing 2P strats. Artemis going off to the side, doing a series of wall kicks there. Now Claire is going to be trying to skip this cutscene here by landing on the fence. Does it successfully. And the boss will not even try to attack her. Artemis, unfortunately, misses the cutscene skip, so she is going to have to find a way around the mole's attacks here. But you can see the difference here on Claire's screen. The mole didn't even try to fire attacks, which made it much easier for her to attack the mole.
Ooh. Artemis taking damage, but that allows her to get up to the top anyway.
Yeah. Despite missing the cutscene skip, managed the boss pretty well there. And Artemis reporting that she golded Gold Leaf 2. That's a very hard one to do well on, so that is excellent to hear. Alright, Claire going into Secret Star for Gold Leaf. It's a pretty quick star here. More motion controls here. Both players doing well with the bubble controls here. Oh! Artemis hit the top of the tree and ended up falling all the way down without getting the star. But she managed to get up there in quick enough time. So, could have been worse, I guess is what you can chalk that up to.
Sometimes another bubble takes ages to spawn as well.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, now for Gold Leaf Comet. We'll see what Claire does here, whether she'll go for a triple jump or a backflip on the tree. Misses the start boost, unfortunately. And, ooh, okay, gets up, goes for a triple jump. 2P jump there.
Yep.
That nice. Definitely makes it a lot easier on Claire.
Yeah.
I think Artemis will probably go for triple jump as well. Gets the start boost. Triple jumps up there. And going for triple jump here. And misses, so she's going to have to back it up with a backflip there. And makes it. Good backup by Artemis there.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so routes are going to diverge again, but there's it's really based on preference whether you want to do toy time before C-slide or C-slide before toy time. But in this case, Claire is going to do toy time first and then C-slide, while Artemis is going to go into C-slide and then do toy time after. But we'll just remember that Claire was ahead going into toy time before the routes diverged. They will converge again when they both go into buoy base. So Artemis is going into an auto-scroller, so we'll focus on Claire for a little bit.
So Claire's just triple jumping up to this other gravity section and gonna long jump over this section. I thought if you spun, you died. Anyway, she makes it. And going to avoid using the spring mushroom at all costs because
no one wants to use the spring mushroom. Alright, triple jumping up there. We're going to do a series of backflips and spins here to get up faster. They want you to use the spring mushroom here, but who needs that? Alrighty, so Claire is going to be doing a skip here that we call armpit skip because, well, we wall jump along the side of the robot, which is pretty much in its armpit. So just gonna long jump over here to the side and just start wall jumping up. And she makes it.
Very nice.
Now that skip saves probably more time than any other skip compared to if you were to do the intended route there. It's at least a minute, maybe a minute and a half.
Artemis finishes up C-slide 1. Gonna head into C-slide Comet, which involves surface. Do you call it surface swims or surface spins?
I call them surface swims. I think people use both, though.
Okay. I think you should probably explain what they are.
Alright, so basically what surface swimming is when you swim right on the surface of the water, you can pretty much maintain a swim across the surface simply by spinning. Now, shoutouts to YoshiFan for finding multiple methods for making this more consistent, because this was something that wasn't very well understood among runners before. But basically, there are some consistent setups you can use to get a surface swim, and pretty soon you'll see what this looks like, rather than me explaining it. But basically, it's something that hurts your wrist or your arm, maybe both, while you're doing them, because you have to keep spinning, otherwise you're going to lose the momentum. Artemis, getting it. Having a little bit of trouble here. If you hold down on the stick and you keep spinning, usually you'll get the surface swim. There we go. That's what a surface swim looks like, and it saves a lot of time over going into the water and just spinning.
Yeah, especially on the
go ahead.
especially on the long distance sections, which you'll see in Sea Slide 2.
Yeah.
Having a surface swim active at that point is very helpful.
Now Claire making her way through Toy Time Secret, which is a series of flip switches on a chain of sorts. I don't remember what they call this level.
No, I don't know. Yeah. But she's going to use the second player to hold the platforms if needed, and hopefully she doesn't soft lock.
Nah, the platforms aren't in a location where that would be a possibility, but that does bring up a point. There is a way to soft lock on this planet. If the red platform since it stops when you get the last flip switch, if it's positioned in such a way and you hit the spikes, you could potentially be knocked back into or in between two flip switches, and you won't be able to get out because when you try to get up, Luigi will be blocked by like the flip switches that he's kind of caught between, and he'll keep repeating an animation of him being knocked back, and in that time you are not able to pause the game with the plus button. All you can really do is reset the console, because there is no way out of that. Now let's see how Artemis does on the surface swimming here. Having some issues here. Trouble? Yeah. Now she gets it. Is able to maybe carry that. Doesn't carry it through to the end. So race time ending at just barely under a minute, 59:95. Now Claire is just finished collecting star chips here. I believe she did a skip earlier, like in between the first and second star chips, where she was able to... She probably did a 2P jump. Sorry, I was not paying attention, but you can actually do a little gravity skip where you can go onto the top of the screw from the bottom of the planet. And this section is nothing more than just a series of long jumps to get each silver star. Now Artemis hopefully being mindful of star bits here. She's at 485 and you need 600 to get into Drip Drop. But Toy Time you can get a lot of star bits, so I'm sure she will have that taken care of. Meanwhile, Artemis heading into Toy Time. So Artemis and Claire, once again, are on different routes, slightly different routes. Artemis opted to do Sea Slide before Toy Time, and Claire is doing Toy Time before Sea Slide. So before their routes diverged, Claire was ahead by maybe about a minute or so, and neither runner has made major mistakes going through Toy Time / Sea Slide, so I would take a guess that Claire is probably still ahead right now.
Claire using the second player.
Yeah, Claire taking advantage of 2P there to stop the platforms. But yes, their routes will converge by the time they start entering Buoy Base.
Let's see how Artemis goes with the armpit skip. Good so far. It's all about positioning the wall jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, I end up having to slide down a little bit to make sure that she'll be able to wall jump on the yellow part of the side of the robot, because that's kind of what we use to make sure we're wall jumping between the side of the robot and the robot's arm. So Claire is entering C-Slide now.
So Claire's going to be going through an auto-scroll again, swinging through the 8 rings. So we'll focus on Artemis for a little bit.
Yep, Artemis going into Toy Time Secret. Very important to collect 50 star bits while flying between the first and second planet. Otherwise, I think if you end up not collecting 50 star bits, I think the best thing to do would probably be take a death on the second planet and try to get more star bits that way, since you can't really go back to the first planet.
Right.
But I don't think she's going to have any problems here. Just needs one more. Can get that from the comet there. Artemis did not get into first person there to try and manipulate the cycles of the tox blocks. But still manages to get underneath it. Barely, but that's very good for Artemis there. See what kind of cycle she encounters here. Looks like she's on a good cycle. Managed to land right on that flip switch from that gravity switch.
Yeah, that was good positioning.
Yeah. Ends up in the pipe. She's
no! That's
well, unfortunately, she can take it right back. But that does lose, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds at most. Little bit of problems with the flip switches there. Hopefully that's an odd position there for the platforms there. Could have maybe been a soft lock potential there. But I think we would have known that from chat if that did happen.
Okay, Claire gets a small boost.
Oh.
He's gonna go... not deep enough to...
See how surface swimming goes, maybe? There we go. Ooh, now... Ooh. She is losing the race right now. Oh no. This
is not good.
This is not good. Oh no,
she
Claire.
Needs a surface swim right now. Oh,
that was probably the right thing to do, to just dive off, since she knew she was gonna lose.
Yeah.
So, smart thinking for Claire there. But still very unfortunate. Let's see how this goes. And give it another go. Again, very odd line there. Oh no. Oh. Ooh. She could still win this.
Yep.
Ooh.
Looking okay.
Alright, she can still win this.
Okay.
But I'm
Good
sure she
recovery.
was not happy about that.
Hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how close they will be by the time Artemis finishes Toy Time and Claire will be done with Sea Slide. Both runners have one more star left before going into Buoy Base, so soon enough we'll see.
So let's see if Claire can make up some time on Artemis in the Seaside 2 race.
I think Claire in her last race managed, I want to say a 47 race, which is excellent. Like, anything in the 40s is pretty darn good. Misses the immediate surface swim at the beginning of the race, though. If you shake the Wii remote after, or right after the 1 appears, you'll be able to surface swim immediately at the beginning of the race. Artemis is going to be trying to do a gravity skip here. Fails it, though, so she's just going to long jump over. Goes down to 1 life, but I don't think that'll be a major issue. There are coins if she wishes to get them.
Oh, Claire is running midair.
Gets the coin. Yep. Despite bonking a bit there.
Just in time. Alright, final surface swims. Almost.
And gets the surface swim, will hopefully carry it to the end. And 1 minute race for Claire.
1 second slower than Artemis.
Yeah. So it's looking like Claire is still going to be leading going into Buoy Base, but not by as much as when their routes diverged. Ooh.
Whoa.
Forgetting that Artemis is on 1 life, so very dodgy here. But is able to make... Ooh. Yeah. Doing a little safety swim there. So, if I remember their times correctly from when they finished their stars, I believe it's a 27-second lead for Claire. So we're coming to the end, but this is still anyone's race.
So, in Buoy Base Galaxy, the first level is going to involve a skip, which skips having to collect the 5 star chips that are on the tower on the Buoy Base. It involves spinning at... you should probably explain it, Danny. Spinning at the right time.
Oh, the skip at the top?
Yeah.
Alright, so Claire's not going to be doing it because of 2P, but what Artemis is going to be doing at the top of the tower is she will be ground pounding onto the trampoline, and right before bouncing up, she is going to do a spin, and then the trampoline will give her a little extra height to... And then when you follow that up with a spin, you'll be able to get yourself into the gravity field of the planet above. So that way you will need to, or you won't need to collect any of the pole star chips, which they intend you to use for getting into that planet. So Claire just does a 2P jump there, easy enough for her. Had a little difficulties climbing the tower, but Depending on how Artemis does with the skip, that's gonna be a good time save, perhaps. Artemis might. It's all about timing here with the spin at the bottom, and she gets it. Alright, so going into buoy base secret, it's a pretty quick star. Basically, we're just going to break the cage that's surrounding the pipe here, and then we'll be on the underside of buoy base, and we'll be getting a second green star, which isn't really important in this run because we don't need trials. But it's a quick star, so we get it. Artemis is having a little bit of trouble here. Takes a hit from the bill and desperately needs air.
Ooh.
And it looks like Artemis is going to take a death there. That's going to hurt with this being towards the end of the run.
Yeah.
Hopefully Artemis gets in this time. And she will. Alright, it is now time for drip drop.
So Claire's going to be using some two-player strats here. Going to be using the red shells to because they auto-target a bit better than the green ones. Going to use two-player to stop the eels in their tracks and hold them where she wants them.
Alright, so there's one. Still turn around there. Gets the second one, no problem. And as soon as she tracks down that eel,
straight to
nice
the
drip
ship.
drop.
Very good.
Alright, and Artemis is about to head into drip drop.
Now Artemis will be doing something completely different, but still fast.
Yeah.
It's all about manipulating the camera so that the eels move when you want them to.
Alright, grabs the shell on top. Misses the first hit.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So she'll have to find a way to back that up. Looks like she's going to get the second and third ones as normal.
Out of the way, yeah.
But now... Oh, eel is on screen.
Okay.
So
okay. That's good.
Hopefully. Maybe. Potentially.
Line it up.
Shoot, I might have traded that green shell out for a red shell as I passed it.
Maybe.
But can understand holding on to the green shell. Alright, gets the third eel though.
And Claire's saving Luigi from the scary bug.
Alrighty, so Claire is about to be heading into the final level, the fate of the universe. It will be flying towards, flying to the center of the universe where Bowser's empire is. So we will be saving the princess here. Clara looking to be on maybe 232 pace, which would be a PB for her. So maybe she'll be able to improve her 233.02, which I believe is her current PB. Artemis also getting Honey Hive Luigi, and so she'll be entering Final Bowser as well.
So the first section of the final level involves a cycle-based, what are they called? Spotlights, and there's a thing that we call early cycle. If your movement is good, you can reach an early cycle up to the next planet.
And basically what early cycle means is you don't need to wait for the spotlights to come back down, and barely survives there. So basically if you're fast enough, and unfortunately Claire was not in that case, but you can get up to the top and not have that spotlight come down, in which case you would have to wait for it to go back up, which would cost you maybe about, I don't know how much time it would cost. It depends on how quickly you back it up. So maybe like 7 seconds or something.
Yeah.
And Claire also doing that long jump on the second planet to get around an invisible wall and get right to the end. And also a long jump here, skip to the end of this one.
Claire's going to want to be careful of her health because she's going to be damage boosting in a second.
Mm-hmm.
No need to wait for the fire bars.
Yeah. Just be able to get some health here. So being on 1 life is no problem. And Artemis takes a death on the first planet. Claire making her way to the end here. And a little bit dodgy with the bullet bills, but she is now facing Bowser.
One more test before that. Stairs.
Ah yes, the infamous stairs.
Artemis having a little bit of trouble getting into the spotlight.
Alright, see how Claire manages stairs. Pretty nice stairs. Can't complain about that. Meanwhile, Artemis working her way through the level, also trying to get to the final fight.
taking a hit, but 2 coins around there, getting some more health.
Alright, so Claire is attacking Bowser by spinning at his head as he is rolling in the ball. Or the boulder, I guess. Alright, now Claire is going to be using 2P here to basically, well, will she be using 2P? She usually uses 2P to manipulate the plants here to swing into Bowser earlier. But it's looking like she's not doing that this time. Oh, gets tripped up there. But doesn't lose too much time there. Now here she's going to be taking intentional damage to stop Bowser's rolling movement so that he can break the glass immediately.
Okay, final phase for Claire. Gonna take damage here as well. In a similar way.
He's gonna seek out a fireball. Finds it. Bowser's not gonna reach, but should be able to this time. So, and with a few more hits, Claire will be finishing up. And that's gonna shape up to be about a 232-32 for Claire, which is gonna be a new PB by 30 seconds. Nicely done by Claire.
Excellent.
And thereby winning this tournament race. Just one more long jump for Claire, and it will be over. With Artemis finishing not too far behind. Let's see what the official SRL says. 232-34. That might be retimed to a 32, but nevertheless, Claire is the winner of this race. And if she'd like to come in for an interview, she's more than welcome to.
Artemis in the final phase. Gonna seek out a fireball, but gotta be careful because she's only on 1 health now.
Still an active fireball, just as long as... Okay, it's no longer active. Should be fine from here. And this is gonna end at 234... approximately 13. I can't read the text on Artemis' stream. Can you read that?
No.
Okay. I'll look back at that.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So congratulations to Claire for winning this race. It was pretty back and forth the whole time.
Alrighty, well, we do have Artemis in the call.
Hi.
Hello. So, what were your thoughts throughout the run?
I was disappointed, but, like, not super disappointed, because I haven't been playing Galaxy pretty much at all.
Yeah, that's true. So, anything you were proud of in that run, considering that?
I had a few different golds, which were cool.
Oh yeah, you mentioned Gold Leaf 2. You got a gold.
Gold Leaf 2 went really, really well.
Yeah, that's a nice one to get a gold on. Just because of how challenging it can be.
Yeah. I got a few other golds, but they weren't too good. Overall, like, I was disappointed, but that just happens.
Yeah, I feel that.
Dumb time losses. If I actually did practice, I probably wouldn't have done it. Throughout bedroom, though, I think I ended up saving time. Oh, I would have... No, I did save time still. Even after that mess in Bowser 2.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
you had that death
just
when you were about to go into fast gravity skip, but you ended up getting... You got mauled by that block moving in towards you.
Yeah, my cycle is a bit weird. That's whatever.
Yeah.
If my ending went better, I had a chance, but that's fine.
Yeah, I feel that. So I see the text on your stream that says, "This is probably my last serious attempt at Galaxy. Sad to see you go, but I feel like I have to ask, is there anything at all that might bring you back at all, or are you going to focus on other things?"
I guess I'm still going to be... Like, I'll be active in Galaxy community because I still really do enjoy the game. To an extent, because it's just... It's a little too much for me right now. It's too long and I don't find it as interesting as I once did.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I'll still be, like, hanging around trying to help people and watching runs.
Sure.
For now, the only Galaxy-related content I think I'll be doing in the near future is just Kaizo. I do want to attempt running that a few times, but...
Okay. Do you think you might stream that at some point?
Yeah, I've been meaning to, but the last time I played it was just before work, so...
Gotcha.
But yeah,
alrighty.
I enjoyed Galaxy. Fantastic.
Yeah. It's been great seeing you, like, improve throughout the months and stuff. I'm sad you didn't get 230. I do. Part of me still hopes that you do go for that, but whatever you do,
eventually. But I need to do some other things so I feel better.
Yeah, definitely.
As for Claire, though, as she's not here, I do want to mention her. And like, I was watching pretty much the entire thing, with the exception of Gusty Garden because I was busy doing something else, like playing the game and stuff. But it looked like her run went pretty decently, and obviously a PB, so pretty good.
Yeah, she had some issues on Gold Leaf 2 on the final planet trying to do the 2-piece strat.
I saw that. That's how I caught up most of my time.
Yeah, because Claire was leading by like a minute, but then you managed to close it down to like a little less than 30 seconds.
Like, so... I understand wanting to go for the trick and being stubborn, and I admire that. But sometimes it's just like, you have to go for backup, but it still ended up okay, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, Claire appeared in chat, so I'm just gonna get confirmation to see if she wants to interview at all.
Was there any big mistake? I guess I can ask her when she comes in.
Yeah. I got an I guess, so I'm gonna take that to mean she'll join momentarily.
Yeah, that seems like a yes.
Yeah. Alright, any other thoughts, Artemis? Anything you want to say at all?
Not really. It's just, welcome new Galaxy.
Indeed. Alrighty, well, I guess we will wait for Claire then to get her thoughts. If she's willing. Like, I guess I'll do an interview.
I guess I was disappointed in my surface swim, so that was meh.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty, we have Claire here. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Sorry to drag you in here, but
No, you're good.
thank you for joining. Congrats on the PB, first of all.
Thank you.
And just what are your thoughts? What did you like? What did you not like? And
I
how'd you
don't-
feel?
Well, I mean, the run was okay. I lost 2 minutes to end during that made me sad.
Yeah,
Other than
Gold
that,
Leaf
the run
too.
was
Like,
fine.
I gotta
Yeah, I don't know
respect
what-
your persistence there, but
I still feel like it was a better idea to keep going for the trick, because, like,
yeah.
I don't know what the deal was. I should have gone it the first time, but I didn't go through the
Mhm.
flower, and that made me sad.
Yeah.
But
That was
okay.
probably one of the roughest parts of the run, and also Sea Slide Comet.
Yeah,
That was an
forgot-
oof.
I forgot how to triple jump and also how to surface swim, so that all went.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
That just means I get a big PB next time because I have a ton
Yeah.
of time saved in the room.
Exactly.
It's always just free time saved for the next run.
Yeah, definitely.
I also had a headache through that entire run, so I don't know how I played so like decently.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, it's over now.
Yeah, I wanted,
So you
I
can
wanted to
relax.
ask you, just because I was like kind of more focusing during Gusty Garden, was there any mistake you made? Because like I feel like I caught up, but I wasn't sure.
Well, let me look actually.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
I,
know-
I died in Bubble Breeze. That was a big thing.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. As far as Gusty Garden, I think I remember some issues on the fight in Gusty Garden 2 for Claire.
Oh yeah, the stupid mole dude kept like not working properly.
Yeah.
I had issues getting to the first cube planet in Gusty Garden 1. I had to go
Yeah.
kill a whole bunch of piranha
Mhm.
plants, which I've never done. So I was like, oh, is this the one?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Hmm.
I was feeling like really bad about that run until I got a pretty big golden Bowser 2, and that was what brought it back for me.
That's another nice gold to get in a run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bowser 2 is just one of those satisfying stars to just do well.
Yup. And after that gold, my best possible time was 2:29 again. But then, of course, my dreams were crushed. My dreams were crushed.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, as a result of this race, Claire, you are moving to Losers Round 6 and playing against Danny GG. How do you feel
Whoa.
about that?
I'm gonna lose. That's all I really know about that. Okay.
Well, I mean, this guy got like a 233 in his last race, and you beat that there, so who knows?
I guess that's true. I guess if
Anything
I'm
can
lucky,
happen.
If I'm lucky and I have a good run and you have a terrible run, then it all works out. I guess
You've got, to be fair, you've got a lot of room to like improve upon that 232. Like you can
Yeah.
definitely crank out a 229 if you really wanted to.
I probably could. My any percent PB sucks in this game.
Mhm.
My 120 PB is so much better.
Yeah,
That's 'cause
definitely.
120 is so much better as a category. Though.
Sensing a little bias, but I
don't know
I
what
will
you're
respect
talking
that.
Galaxy 2 looks cool. I'm considering doing that, but
Yeah. Hmm.
Infinite
I've had
Flutters
thoughts on
though.
that too, but like, it's kind of a longer game. I don't know how much I'm up for that. Be
Yeah,
interested
it's-
in learning something new, but yeah. All right. Well, I feel like we should probably wrap up soon, unless either of you have anything else to say.
Good luck, Claire, in your next match against Danny,
Thank you.
and hopefully you get 229. You're definitely capable of it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I
So
One thing
yeah,
to say.
go ahead.
Sludgy
Go for
Gamer-
it.
The Sludgy Gamer sucks.
I agree.
Agree. Alrighty, so that'll do it for this race. The next race will be me versus Claire at a day and time to be decided.
Hooray.
So look out for that. So yes, thank you guys. It was a good race to commentate and watch. And to everyone else,
commentating.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you everyone for watching, and hope you guys have a good one.